Well, everybody, I'm guessing you can figure out by the title and that little montage of the car. The Touge RX8 is, I would call, officially done. This is my 2004 Mazda RX8, and basically I've been doing every mod I can think of to just make it like the most fun, responsive, best sounding, kind of coolest mountain car. At this point, I almost never daily drive this car. I pretty much just take it up in the mountains, and then I'm starting to take it to the track now too. For those of you who don't know what an RX-8 is, this is Mazda's last rotary engine car that they ever made. This one is actually the first year of this car. I believe they went 2004 to like 2013, something like that. Don't quote me for sure. But this is the very first model year. It has a 6-speed manual transmission. It has a 1.3 liter rotary engine that revs to 9,000 RPM from the factory. And honestly, it's just a little ripper of a car. They notoriously are very inefficient. It likes to shoot flames out the back of it. It's honestly, mine is so loud I almost can't drive it really like in traffic anymore anyway. I have a single exit exhaust. The car is nuts. It feels super responsive. It's light. It's everything you could ever want really for like a fun mountain car. Let's highlight some of the things I've done lately since the last video, and then we'll talk about in the future kind of where this car will be going. Okay, so here she is. I put the single exit muffler back on. I don't even know for sure if I told you guys that I had a dual on it for a little while, but I did that because we actually just did a resonator delete. So now, along with not having any catalytic converters, it also is resonator deleted. So essentially there is one single resonator in the back. It's a vibrant, ultra quiet resonator. It is not quiet at all, as you can see. Let me throw a clip in here. This car is easily the loudest car I've ever owned. And normally I wouldn't maybe say that I was gonna keep it that way, but I don't know. Since this car will predominantly live in the mountains or, you know, on a racetrack from now on, I may just leave it this loud. It's really fun, especially like when you have a helmet on, you can still hear it, you know, just screaming to 9,000 RPM. And it adds a little special sauce to the driving experience. In previous videos, some of you, if you pay attention to the channel, would have seen that I installed this OMP Champ R seat. I did end up swapping to a different mount though. This is a unknown, frankly, custom mount that I bought on eBay that gets the seat about this far lower than the, I believe it was a Sparco mount that I had before. No, I had a planted mount. This one gets it about 1.5 to 2 inches lower than the planted mount. And then at the same time, since I did that, it leaned the seat further back. I should probably preface that I did all that. I needed the seat as low as possible in order to clear the ceiling with a helmet on. And then I installed the Miata, Super Miata steering wheel spacer. It's the same one for the NC generation Miata. It brings the steering wheel about 2 full inches, maybe 2.5 inches closer to the driver. It really puts me in like the perfect driving position. And I don't think I updated you guys before either about that. I did gut the rear interior. Oh, it looks like I forgot to snip some of these zip ties. Whatever, I'll get around to that eventually. I didn't like fully gut it. I took everything out of the trunk, which was really just some carpet, and then I took the seats out of the back. All the carpet is still there if I ever want to put it back, and then same with the center piece. Eventually, I think all of it will go, but for the time being, I'm going to leave it that way. Another thing that I just didn't document because, frankly, I didn't care to. I installed different coilovers on the car. Previously, I had some Öhlins Road and Track with like softer, more street-oriented spring rates. I have since taken them out, sold them, and I installed a set of Feel 441 Plus road race coilovers with 12K / 7K spring rates. So 12K up in the front and then 7K in the rear. It's actually, I technically bought a set of NC Miata coilovers. They're the Goodwin spec coilovers that they sell for really grippy NC Miatas. I don't think I could drive it on the street if it was any stiffer than this. But that job was a pain in the butt. It was kind of the first coilover job I'd ever done where I installed everything myself, and I did it the correct way by measuring droop and rebound travel and trying to get as much suspension travel as possible. So it took me like the better part of a couple days in the garage doing that. I didn't film it, but there's a million coilover install videos. No one wants to watch me install some coilovers. I'll go over a little highlight of the car, and then we will fade to like the future of the car. I've got 18 by 8.5 wheels from TR Motorsports, Tire Rack Motorsport. They're like an SSR replica wheel. I installed G-Lock Racing R10 track pads in the front, just with regular stock rotors. A lot of people don't realize you can do so much time on a racetrack with regular old blank rotors. They don't need to be vented. They don't need to be slotted or drilled or anything. They're just fine the way they are. These pads dust like crazy, but that's normal for a race pad. Other than the rear interior delete, like I already showed you, I did the seat. I did the spacer. I have a CAE racing shifter in the car. We've got, I mean, I'll just say it, whatever. It's fully decatted all the way back. It's essentially a straight pipe, 2.5 inch all the way to the back, to a 3-inch tip right there, as you can see, sticking a little bit too far out. It's got an intake. It's got essentially like a different sort of system to inject premix rotary oil into the engine rather than pull from the crankcase. I don't know. It's got sway bars. Another important aspect of these cars are the coils. The stock coils are notoriously terrible. They go bad all the time. So this has a Bennett built LS coil setup, basically from like basically an LS, I believe. They're like V8 coils to never have a failure of ignition in the car. And it's tuned by Fatty Motorworks. I think it's Motorworks. I may eventually change that because the car came to me with this kind of obnoxious burble tune on it. Sometimes I don't mind it. Most of the time it does seem a little excessive, especially since it shoots flames on its own anyway without the burble tune. So someday I may have it professionally dyno tuned, but for the time being, it really rips. Like, I had it on a racetrack very recently. I took it to Thunderhill for the very first time. I'd never driven Thunderhill before. I'd never had this on track. It performed really well. It's planted. It's really confidence inspiring. It is a little oversteery, mind you, but that's kind of to be expected. The tires are pretty shot right now. They are sticky RS4 tires, but they're old, like really old. So I'm pretty sure that's kind of what was contributing to the super oversteery nature of the car. I have it aligned like a really solid track alignment that I usually run, and I wouldn't say it's any more oversteery than any of my NC Miatas were in the past. But it's just playful. It's really fun. It's planted. It revs to the freaking moon. It shoots flames constantly. On a racetrack, when your exhaust is super hot, dude, I swear it is just boom, 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 shooting flames. I had people following me at the racetrack. They were like, dude, you know your car's like just shooting massive fireballs around. I'm like, yes, let's go. But yeah, this is it. I'd say this is the conclusion of the Touge aspect of this build. It's to the point where I don't really need it to be any better driving for mountain roads. I'm gonna try to make it look a little nicer coming up. I'll probably do some detailing, and I just replaced this fender with a non-cracked paint one. But I think where I'm going in the future is with a fully track built RX8. I think that's kind of where this car should live. It's not even remotely legal, especially in the state of California. So if I want to ever put California plates on it, I pretty much can't, which means I think it kind of needs to just be a race car. So comment if you guys want to see me build a race car. I'm down. I'm super down. I don't do as many videos as I used to, but I'm trying to jump back on that train, trying to maybe make one video a week, something like that, just to kind of get back into it. And there's going to be quite a bit coming for this car over the next couple years. But, you know, if you guys don't want to see it, that's cool too. Let me know. Like I said, drop a comment. If you want to drop a like or subscribe, that's always helpful and cool. Appreciate you watching this video. That's all I care about. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Stay shifty.